Coming to you from sunny Orlando, Florida, welcome to the Paperstac podcast, where we cover current topics in the note industry, give you tactics for your note business, and talk with industry leaders to make you a better note investor. And now, your hosts, Brett Berkey and Rick Allen.
Cookies.
Snackables. Snackables. We want to talk about valuating property because I think this is one of the things. We buy mortgage notes, we buy houses, everything is tied to the valuation on the property.
Yeah, that's what your collateral, that's what your security is.
And right now, I almost feel like we're shooting ourselves in the foot for sharing this, but we're always about diversifying knowledge, democratizing it, passing it on. It's going to help the market.
Yeah.
There's a huge opportunity right now. And I've seen it on the platform and I've seen it in real life to where there's a lot of real life, not the platforms, not real life, but in my own trades, to where BPOs right now, they might be giving you some false negatives, if you will. They might be giving you
they're giving you everything
that they see.
That's it. So how do you see more?
Right.
How do you get more data?
How can you account for things are changing right now? You do a lot of home projects, right?
Yeah.
The house. You do a lot of right. So if you were to start a home project pre-COVID and go to buy the lumber, and do that same project now and go buy the lumber, the cost of lumber is what?
It's fluctuating.
But right now it's 4 to 5 times what it was over a year ago. So tying that in, where is he going with this? A lot of times when you get these BPOs, it's like, what's this house worth? If you do a full-on appraisal, they'll say, what's the house worth with comparables? But they also look at what's it cost to rebuild this house, to make this house new from scratch. The cost of lumber right now is 5 times what it was a year ago. Does that mean the price of the house to rebuild it is certainly gone up? They don't take that into account for
when they underwrite something.
A lot of times also what you're seeing is you're having retail agents who are going out to these things and they're used to selling houses that are in pretty good shape. And sometimes we have houses that are not in great shape. Or I saw the other day I saw a BPO, one of ours, where the agent was 22 miles away. Yeah, that's pretty far away to know that market handedly. So I want to ask you, what are you doing for the fun?
Right.
And what are you using to take advantage of other people seeing a BPO that comes in low and they're saying, okay, no, I'm not buying this house.
Of course.
How are you using or what are you using? And is it helping you buy deals that other people are missing out on?
Yes. And I'll get to what tool we're using. And we're going to actually have the two guys that developed this tool.
Are you new to the mortgage note industry? Have you been wanting to learn the step-by-step process to purchase your first mortgage note? Well, you're in luck. We've convinced our CEO, Rick Allen, to break down everything he knows about mortgage note investing. Through a series of 50 videos, you'll get everything from start to finish of where to purchase notes, how to purchase notes, and all of Rick's investing techniques he has developed over the many years. From performing note tactics to non-performing notes, Rick gives you everything he knows about investing. Bonuses include our glossary of industry terms, Rick's own proprietary calculators he created to evaluate notes, discounts from our partners, our Rolodex of vendors, a private Facebook group, along with a lot more. We've packed so much content into the Academy to take you from beginner to expert in no time. To learn more about the Academy, go to academy.paperstac.com/welcome. Again, that is academy.paperstac.com/welcome.
And I think we're going to interview them. But so going into anything when you're bidding on something, you're looking at that value. And a lot of the times with these lower valued assets, it's hard to see what you need to do to get it to the value. Meaning, how much work do you need to do? We always think, should I put $5,000 into it? What would that lift the value? And is there other comparable?
What's lift?
Right. Lift is increasing the value of the home.
So dollar for dollar. So if it's 100,000, I put in 10,000. Am I going to get 120, 130?
Right.
What's the lift?
If I do medium, if I do full rehab, what does that do for this? And why you get those metrics are from the surrounding areas of other people that are doing that in that area or houses like that.
Right.
So when I'm going into a deal now, and a lot of the people utilizing this when they're bidding on a tape, right? They're looking at those values. And a lot of those people, I can't pay because the real estate on it's only worth X. Now, if you can go into it and say, I have a little bit more insight, a little bit more data, I can pay what? A little bit more. And so people are using it to evaluate before they buy so they can put in a more competitive bid because things are going to get more competitive in the real estate market.
Now.
In the past, the only people that would have this type of information were big institutions, right? Even back in the 80s, it was about the stock market. Information. Remember Wall Street?
Yeah.
You got to, Bud, Fox, you got to go get this information for me and go scout out people and like spy on them. You know what? You don't have to go out and spy on them anymore.
Yeah.
It's all digital. So how do you get more information so you can make more
better informed decisions?
A better informed decision, because BPOs and everything, they're fine. They're good for what they're for. But we were doing those 20 years ago. So things have changed. Values have changed. And it's only going to do better for the entire market to be able to use richer data.
Richer data. Who do you use to get this?
The name of the tool is Richer Values. It's richervalues.com.
The guy who founded this company, one of the founders, undergrad and graduate degree in advanced applied economics.
Summa cum laude from UCLA.
Smart guy, very smart. When the mortgage meltdown happened, he actually ran a portfolio and was able to utilize his tactics to have an 83% resolution rate when the standard for the industry at the time was 17 to 23%. So he far excelled past that.
Yeah.
And one of the things we wanted to talk about is an introduction to Richer Values, because we're going to have them on and talk to them. But also, the idea is Snackables are short, but we just want to let you know, look, you're getting BPOs out there, great. You should always ask, is there a better way? And start looking at these Richer Values, start looking at some of the BPOs, scrutinizing them, because a lot of times we're seeing BPOs coming low and the market is insanely hot right.
Yeah. And the thing is about why I was going to that Bud Fox thing about Wall Street too, is they had the money to do that back then, right? Nowadays, I am utilizing and getting data to where it would cost millions of dollars to get and a whole room of people. So nowadays, you have to try to think there's technology out there. We can all be on the same playing field, right?
You remember the number?
Yeah.
Yeah, another one.
Data, and then people say information is the key to everything these days.
Yeah, it unlocks potential is what it does.
Absolutely. And I've had many people that said, I wasn't going to bid on this note, but I got a different value on it and I won it and I did really good on it. So without diving too much into it, it's not our company, but it's a really unbelievable thing. And I think it's a very important point to make going forward, that this type of stuff on top of like Paperstac's data that we're able to do. How much are performers selling for? That is all going to be the secret. There's going to be a bunch of deals out there. There's going to be a bunch of people looking for these deals.
Yep.
How can you justify to your investors or whatever that you can manage the risk properly on the back end and pay a little bit more? Yep. And that's what we're going to bring you. So I'm really excited to have the boys on there.
Yeah, we're going to have them on there. Yeah, I guess wrapping this up, it was just a quick thing like, hey, there's huge opportunity, and scrutinizing the BPOs and letting somebody have an asset that they're like, nope, I don't want it because I got a BPO that
missed out on a deal.
They missed on a deal because maybe they were not looking at it properly. So that's it. Paperstac Snackable. If you have another one you'd like to give us, leave it in the comments. We'll get to you. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon.